Hi, this is Alex from phpacademy.org, back with another video for the new Boston. Now, in the last tutorial we looked at left join, and I used left join for this example where we were returning a name with a pet on the end. So we're saying down here where the result was from this query, we've said Alex has a cat, Alex has a fish, and Dale has a dog. Now what happens if we go into pets here, and we're going to delete the entry for Dale. So people ID 2 was Dale, let's go ahead and delete that. And let's run this query again. Let's paste it in there and we'll click go. Now you'll see that we've returned Dale and null next to pet. So this is useful, the left join is useful for returning the name of the person, because the table we used on the left was the name, even if there are no values in pet. So what we've essentially done here is said even if there are no entries in the right table, which is pet, still return the name of the left hand side table, which is name. Now the reason this is useful is because in PHP, if we were to run this, we'd need to know if the user had no pets at all. This would save us using PHP num rows, because we would just say if the pet equals null, then obviously this user has no pets whatsoever. So we've used the left join for this. Now what happens if we were to use join on its own? So let's go into SQL tab and let's go and paste this in here. Now instead of using left join, I'm going to just use join. Let's click go and see how this differs. Now you'll see that we've removed the result Dale. The reason that we've removed the result Dale is because we're using the join, which will only return values that equal or that are found based on this on here. So we're saying if people ID equals pets.peopleid, so we're returning using the join only values that exist in each table. So we're not saying does it only exist in the left table or does it only exist in the right table. We're saying does it exist in both tables. So now what we're doing is we're only returning the data where the left table matches the right table. So why could this be useful? Well, we might want to, inside of our PHP program eventually, when we're executing this query or running this SQL query, we might want to say we only want values where someone actually has a pet. Whereas before in the left join we looked at where Dale didn't have a pet. We want to just say with the join only return results where user has a pet, or where name has a pet, the person has a pet. So in this case we've returned 2 rows where Alex has a cat and Alex has a fish. So now you can see the use of the join on its own as opposed to the left join where we're returning a value even if the user on the or the user doesn't have a value in the right hand table. So this on is really important because what we're doing is we're making the comparison at this point. So the comparison could be any operator, but for now it's people.id equals pets.peopleid. So we're matching from the left and the right, and if we don't match, we're not returning the values with the join.